Today, I attempted trick jumps of every difficulty in Super Mario Odyssey, from beginner jumps that anyone can land, all the way to the near impossible hill tier monstrosities that only a few people in the world have ever done. These jumps were absolutely insane, and some of them nearly broke me. So let's get right into it, starting off at the very beginning with the beginner trick jump. For the beginner jump, I chose reverse bluey bounce, and it looks simple enough. All I have to do is jump off this mushroom and land on top of this tower. Easy, right? Surely I'll land this on my first try. Bro, I just missed a beginner trick jump, and I have to do a god tier trick jump later. Alright, we might actually be cooked here. After one more very sweaty attempt. There we go! Let's go, chat! Boom! We landed it. First try. Bro, I just missed a... But hey, at least that's one difficulty down. Next up, we're moving onto the intermediate category with a jump called Amiibo Marred. The goal here is to triple jump off this little amiibo and land all the way on top of the Odyssey. This one was surprisingly easy. I actually nailed it pretty quickly, which made me feel a bit too confident going into the harder jumps. Okay, here we go. Oh, first try, let's go. So far things are going great, but make sure to stick around because you're gonna see some of the most insane things ever done in this game. Next up, we had the advanced jump, and it was called fishing pole. Now this one's kind of wacky. You have to do this janky long jump off of a tiny pole, and then make it up to this platform with the purple coins. Even though this jump was a bit unorthodox, it was still a fun little jump that we managed to pull off on our very first attempt. We have to like throw Cappy up, throw him up again, do a long jump, do a triple throw, and make it up there. Okay, well, I guess that was pretty easy, actually, chat. All right, so now we're getting into dangerous territory. The expert trick jump, known as Fire Bro Flight. This jump was horrible. For some reason, no matter how many times I tried, I just could not land it. I'd get a clean jump going, perfect momentum, and then out of nowhere, bam. Oh, the fire. We were hit by this stupid lava bubble that kept hitting me. Like, are we serious, bro? Not to mention, there are also these tomatoes that were bullying me too. And let's be honest, who actually likes tomatoes? Those things, like, actually just want to make me throw up, bro. And don't even get me started on this fire, bro. Dude was out here just 360 no-scoping me like he's playing freaking Fortnite or something. It took me around 15 minutes to finally get this one, which is actually longer than some of the harder jumps later on. Honestly, whoever rated this jump expert must have been trolling. But at least we eventually did it. I chose the worst possible jump, I think. That doesn't make it. Oh, let's go. Let's go. Come on. Now it's time for the final of the main jumps, the master tier. And this one has the strangest name ever. Ifu-do-do. I'm not kidding. That is the actual name. I swear they just like spammed on their keyboard or something, bro. To land this one, I had to vault near this well, then land on a toad standing nearby. Simple, right? Except the toad was invisible. Where is the toad? Bro is just not here. I reloaded the area, nothing. I switched save files, nothing. I even tried one more save, and finally, there he was. Oh wait, he's here. He's in this file. The mystery of the toad finally got solved. I have no idea why he wasn't there, but at least now we can try the jump. And... yo, first try, bang, we got it on my very first try. It took me longer to find the toad than to actually do the trick jump. With that jump done, we've officially cleared all of the main trick jumps, but now it's time for the big leagues, the elite trick jumps. These are the hardest, most brutal jumps in all of Mario Odyssey, and we're starting things off with the easiest of the elites, the low elites. This is where things start to get absolutely ridiculous. All right, so this next one was a weird one. I had to triple jump from this ledge all the way over here, and then bonk into this wall. Now you might be thinking, wait, bonk, doesn't that mean you don't make the trick jump? Well, normally it does, but in this specific jump, the bonk is actually the main goal and is what is required to actually make the jump. I also found out that even though sometimes it looks like you might not bonk, trust me, you definitely still can. The setup was tricky, my timing was off, and I kept missing by inches, but I wasn't giving up yet. Attempt after attempt, I kept grinding it out until finally, after 16 minutes of pure stubbornness, this happened. Surely. Oh, let's go. Finally, this one felt so good. Now it's time to move up the ladder into the mid elites. For this one, I picked a jump called Shroom Scope. You have to triple jump off this fountain, clear a huge gap, and land right on top of these binoculars. At first, it looked intimidating, but once I got a few tries in, it actually started to click. And somehow, in just 12 minutes, I landed it. Also, chat, what should I do for the high elite? Because I chose one. I don't really know if it's very good. That's gotta be it. Yo, let's go. This was actually faster than the low elite, and believe it or not, it was even faster than the expert trick jump somehow. Next, we're stepping up into the high elites, and this is where things started to pick up with the toughest jump yet, True Grassy Gap. It sounds calm and simple. Just triple jump from this rock and land on that rock over here. Easy, right? Yeah, no, absolutely not. This was by far the hardest jump yet. Every attempt was a heartbreak, missing by just a few pixels, bonking, and barely falling short. Yo. Oh! Ooh! 30 minutes in, I was getting frustrated and it felt impossible. Bro, how have I not got this jump? But then I took a deep breath and I locked in. And just a few minutes later, this happened. Yes! Let's go! Let's go! Finally, after all that pain, we hit True Grassy Gap. High Elite complete. And if you thought that last jump was hard, just wait till you see the hell tier. But for now, let's move on to the infamous Insanity Elite. Now, something I should probably mention is that I've only ever landed one Insanity Elite jump in my entire life, and that took me 4 hours. So yeah, this is gonna be fun. The jump I picked was called Magmato Masquerade. For this one, you have to triple jump off this ledge and somehow land on these small blocks way across the lava. The first 15 minutes were rough, not even close. At this point, I was starting to think this might be another multi-hour grind, but then this happened. What the heck? No, that was so close. Like just a few pixels away from making it. And as painful as that fail was, it actually gave me some hope, because once you start getting close, you know it's possible. After that, I locked in. The attempts kept coming, each one just a little better than the last, until finally, after about 30 minutes of non-stop grinding, this happened. Yo, what the heck? Let's go. Magmato Masquerade down. My second ever Insanity Elite. And this time, it didn't take me 4 hours. Now, it's time to move on to the hardest category of trick jumps I've ever attempted. The God tiers. These things are brutal. The precision, the timing, the movement, everything has to be perfect. To put it in perspective, I've only ever landed one God tier in my life. And that single trick jump took me a short 13 hours. So hopefully it does not take me that long this time. The first one I tried was a jump called True Gourmet Rise. The goal was to jump from this ledge and somehow make it all the way up there. But this one's a vertical jump, all about height instead of distance. And I quickly realized that vertical jumps are not my specialty. Bro, how do you get more height? After about 25 minutes of not even any close attempts, I decided to switch. The next jump we tried was called Courtyard Captain. You have to triple jump off this fire hydrant and land perfectly on top of this fence. It looked easier, but after an hour of attempts, I still hadn't really gotten anywhere. At this point, frustration was setting in, so I went for one last Hail Mary. Overshoot Jaywalker. The goal here is to triple jump off this rail and then make it all the way across the ground and finally dive over this girder, all without touching the ground. And finally, on this jump, I started to see some progress. There were a few close calls, a few heartbreaks, but I could feel it. It was getting closer. Hour 1 went by and we were getting close. Then hour 2 went by and we were getting closer. Then hour 3 and we still hadn't got it. And then hour 4 and I started questioning my life choices. But then out of nowhere, this insane attempt happened. I don't know if that counts either. I don't know what counts. It looked really close. I thought I might have actually gotten it. So I sent it to the trick jumping community Discord to see if it was legit. And after a few minutes, someone started typing. And here's what they had to say. Bro, you're trash. That didn't count. LMAO. Just kidding. That's not what they said. But unfortunately, it did not count. Man, that hurt. 5 hours of grinding down the drain. I was completely washed. And after a few more attempts that went nowhere, I finally decided to call it. Even though I couldn't get another god tier, at least I can still show you the one that I've landed before. That jump is my proof that miracles can happen. Just not today, unfortunately. But now, let's move on to the final frontier. The hardest trick jumps in Super Mario Odyssey, the Hell Tiers. Now, obviously, there's no way I can land one of these. Not yet, at least. These are the kind of jumps that only the best trick jumpers in the world can pull off. So instead, let's take a look at one of the hardest trick jumps ever completed by none other than Bruv SMO, the best trick jumper in the entire game. This is called True Lunge Gap Full Landing, and it's one of the most insane things I've ever seen in Mario Odyssey. It's absolutely crazy how you can make it all the way across this massive gap. It's absolute insanity. Every single movement in that jump is almost frame perfect. It's basically inhuman. Maybe one day I'll get there, but for now, I think surviving the god tiers is good enough for me. If you all enjoyed this video, thank you so much for watching. Please be sure to subscribe. I'll see you all next time.